Dhalabari, a small Indian village near the town of Kranti in North Bengal, is where Padmashree Karimul Haque, also well known as Bike Ambulance Dada, comes from. Not many people
Shri
knew what he did
Karimul
till
Haque
he
Samaj
received the
Seva.
Padma Shri Award from the President of India for his dedicated services to the poor and downtrodden living in several villages in the area by taking patients to the nearest health center or hospital on a motorcycle, for which he has served over a decade. He has tended to over 4,000 people and saved several lives over the years. It all started years ago when his mother had a heart attack one night and he lay helpless and watched his mother pass away, as there was no transportation available to take her to a hospital. This broke his heart and saddened him deeply, as he was very fond of her and whom he misses even today.
চা বাগানে কাজ করি সুবর্ণপুর চা বাগানে হঠাৎ করে একদিন
I work in Subarnapur Tea Garden as a supervisor. One day, a labor suddenly fell ill. A thought suddenly crossed my mind, and I asked the garden manager for his motorcycle, strapped the patient to my back with a cloth, and took him to the hospital. The labor was saved as we reached the hospital on time. It was then that I realized the motorcycle could be of good use as an ambulance. I took a loan and bought myself a motorcycle and started the bike ambulance service.
Karimul Haque lives a simple life with his wife and his two sons and their families. He just about manages to sustain himself and the rest with his meager earnings by working as a daily wage laborer in Subarnapur Tea Garden, though most of his earnings are spent on the work that he does for the poor. But nobody in the family complains and they feel privileged for what he does for the poor and will always be there by his side to help him with his work. They have been all there over the years to support him thick and thin through time. Karimul has been felicitated locally by various institutions for his work over the years that can be seen in a room where several memento and certificates have been kept for display for one to see. When he got a call from New Delhi that he was a Padma Shri awardee, he didn't even know about the award. Now, after getting back from Delhi with the award, he realizes what it means, though he still remains a humble and unchanged man. He wishes to carry on with the work that he has been doing for the poor as long as his health permits him to.
এই যে আমার স্বামী সমাজসেবী কাজ করে, আমরা সবাই গর্বিত, ছেলে বৌমা আমি আমার স্বামীর সাথে সহযোগিতা করি। রাত্রে অনেক রাত রুগী নিয়ে যায়, আমি একাই পাঠিয়ে দেইনি, আমি সাথে যাই রুগীর।
My husband does social work for which all of us in the family are very proud. Sometimes I even travel with him to the hospital and stay there with the patient for 2 to 3 days and bring them back here. Here we keep them in our home for some time and then drop them back to their homes. And about the award, I'm so happy that he got the Padma Shri award. I cannot express myself in words. There is only one health center in the area with one doctor and a few health workers that caters to over 20 villages. So the task for Karimul gets even tougher by the day. Realizing the potential in Karimul, the doctor has given him a first aid training. So now he can take blood pressure, give oxygen, run a saline injection, do a temporary ECG, strap a fractured limb, or even give some basic medication for an emergency. Karimul has some medical equipment in his home and can see a patient before taking them to a hospital. The villagers have been benefited a lot because of him and feel blessed to have someone like him to deal with their troubles.
Rahul, hey, you box is me. Yeah.
Karimul also looks after 15 disabled children in the vicinity. He gets them treated and gets medicine for them and sometimes financial assistance too. They all look up to him and consider him a messenger from the gods. He sometimes gets some money from well-wishers and uses it to repair and rebuild some homes of the poor. Villagers keep coming to him practically every day for help. In spite of being financially unstable himself, he still tries to help them by distributing food grains and old clothes. The flow of villagers coming for help has increased further after he received the Padmashree award, as villagers think he has got a huge amount of prize money with the award. Karimul was flown to Mumbai by a two-wheeler company which presented him a custom-designed bike ambulance with a sidecar. The vehicle can now take a patient lying down and has a covered patient area, an oxygen cylinder attached for an emergency, and a hooter. Now it has become easier for him to take a patient to the hospital. He also feels that it is easier to maneuver a bike in a traffic jam and thinks that the service he provides in the villages can also be done in the cities, and people should come forward and volunteer to provide services like he does to other parts of the country. While traveling to the district hospital, Karimul takes a shortcut by crossing the Chail River over a makeshift bridge, but during the monsoons, the Chail River swells up and the temporary bridge built of bamboos is washed away. An alternative route to the district hospital is 40 kilometers longer and through a jungle where wild elephants pass through, making it risky and difficult to take patients on a motorcycle. A bridge over this river is all that he requested to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he went to New Delhi to receive the Padmashree Award. He was assured that a bridge would be built over the Chail soon by the government, and he came back a happy man, as this wish would be a boon for the villagers living there. Karimul Haque and his family have dedicated their lives to provide free assistance to the people of Thalabari and many other villages. In spite of the difficulties they face, they carry on working as a team, fighting the odds night and day without a word and a smile on their faces. We salute Karimul Haque and his family for their simplicity and their dedication to what they have been relentlessly doing for a decade for the several villages of the Jalpaiguri district.